Okay, so it is 29 degrees outside right now. Actually not terrible. Like, I think I'm adjusting pretty well. Like, I've gotten to the point where if it's under 20 or over 25, I get too warm wearing gloves. Or 30 degree, I might wear a beanie, might not, but like, here's a video of me running in like the snow, like when it was just coming down a couple days ago. And I didn't have a beanie, but it wasn't terribly cold. So I think I'm adjusting pretty well to the cold temperatures, being kind of an Arizona wimp. But we do have a nice puffer jacket on and Nike Thermafit underwear, and then some tights and some nice wool socks. So let's hope this pre-meet goes well, and hopefully my hip holds up and heals quickly. Okay, so shoes, I need a little extra cushion today, so we're going with SC Elite version 3, super nice and cushioned. But something that is funny, I've been looking, my Vaporflies, I passed like 500 miles in them, and they've been way overused, but seriously, I've had these for like 2 years, 500 plus miles on them, held together super well. So I was like, oh, if the Vaporfly works well, let's go with the version 3. And so I ordered a pair. But the funny thing is, and I'll come out with a video maybe next week or so talking about this, but right here, but let's open this. See, super nice, but I put them on and I was like, why are they so tight? Like, my toe was right at the very end of it, and I kept looking, I was like, the box says they're size 10, the inside of the shoe says they're size 10. But then I noticed one key problem. You see that letter W right there? They're women's. So they're an 8.5 in men's instead of a 10. So they're a women's 10. So I've got the wrong size. So if you're a guy and you're size 8.5, if you're a girl who's size 10, looking for a pair of Vaporfly Next Percent 3s, go ahead and leave a comment or DM me on Instagram at Nathan Richardson, and we can negotiate a price or something. Probably I'm thinking about $150 because they were pre-used when I bought them, so they had about 20 miles on them. But if you are looking for a pair, go ahead and hit me up. One final advantage of running in the cold weather. So if you've seen my past videos, I have a really low arch, really flat foot, low volume foot, and so I have to put these little foam pads on the top of my foot so that I don't get lace bite. Well, the nice thing about wool socks is that they're thick enough that I don't have to put the pad on the top of my foot. So that's really nice, because a lot of these newer, especially fast shoes, look at how thin this tongue is. Seriously, no protection. Just some advice to maybe running shoe companies or something. Add a little more cushioning in the tongue. If it adds 5 grams to the shoe, 10 grams to the shoe, it does not affect its performance. It'd be so much better just to have a little bit of comfort, a little more cushion in the tongue. So it's not snowing right now, so that's good, but it is slippery. I slipped a couple times on my past runs, and everybody's saying, Nathan, why aren't you running outside? Are you crazy to run outside in the snow? Okay, it's fun. I could run on a treadmill, but true runners know the pain of running on a treadmill and will do anything to avoid running on a treadmill. Am I right? Okay, you can see this beautiful landscape. Sorry, there's a really busy street right next to me. It's not terribly cold, feels good. We'll do a little bit of warm-ups. Can't stretch, the quad hurts a little too much, right around the hip, a little sensitive there. But we'll just see, hopefully 4 miles and some strides. Should be good. Looky here. Well, this is why we have indoor track. Well, I got some warm socks on, and they're waterproof. So I think let's run some snow, keep the joints. It's probably the same thing as running on dirt, right? Well, someone cleared a path. Yep, that's deep. Probably like 6 or 7 inches. Well, we're on the track. You can't tell that we're on the track, but because of all the snow, but we're on the track. I have a great idea. I need to come here with a shovel and just like shovel out lane 1 and then run. That'd be fun, but whew, this is why we got indoor season. Imagine racing on this, it'd be crazy. You don't get anything like this in Arizona. Hip's feeling pretty good. About 1.5 miles in. You know, it's aching a little bit, but we'll get home, we'll ice it, and I think we should be ready to roll tomorrow. Oh yeah. Oh man, where's a cameraman when you need one? Wow, okay. In the description, I'm gonna leave a link to the socks I'm wearing right now. I've seriously run through like 8 inches of deep snow, completely covered up to my ankles. My feet are dry. My feet aren't wet, they aren't cold, they're so warm. These socks are amazing. And they're not terribly bulky, they're just really nice. Okay, hands are getting cold, camera's gotta go away, so I'm just gonna finish up this run, do some strides, and we'll head back to the dorm. We made it. We survived. Oh yeah. Okay, so today I don't want to take too much of your time, so let's just focus on a little bit on some tips for running in the snow, okay? Because as you can see, I do quite a lot of that, and I actually enjoy it. So, tip number 1, well, we'll just go in reverse order. A windproof jacket, okay? So these puffer jackets are really good. Just something that will block the wind, because that's especially, with the wind's the main thing that gets you cold and drops your temperature real quick and can be super miserable running in wind. Next, this is a Nike Thermafit, but just a jacket of some kind or a pullover. This is a nice one. It's got a belt on the inside. Love it. Super nice. I especially love it's got these hand holes here, or thumb holes, and if you want, it becomes a glove. So that's awesome. And then keep going down. Yep, I got a lot of layers on. Just like an Under Armour layer, just a warm shirt. This is a fleece shirt. It's got fleece on the inside. Super nice, super warm, and yeah, I was not uncomfortable at all on this run. Next, you're gonna want some running tights, and I like to call them man tights because, you know, it's kind of awkward to wear them sometimes, but you know a true runner if you see him wearing these tights. Super nice because they give you compression at the same time, but they just keep you warm. I know there's ones you can get that are fleece lined. I've only run in Nike's tights, but they're all super nice. Zippers at the bottom, so you can go right over your socks, keep a nice tight hold around your ankle. And I especially love, get one with a pocket in the back or something. Me especially, if I'm filming something, I'm running with my phone, so it's always good to have that. In there, they also have some pockets in the front if you need to hold little things like keys, or if you do marathons like gels, there's little pockets here in the front. So these, a must-have for winter running. Gloves. Okay, you definitely know there's different types of gloves. These ones I just got from Target for like 15 bucks. They're a little fleece on the inside. These are like 40 to 30 degree weather gloves. If it really is cold outside, like in the teens or like freeze super, like below 20, you're gonna want something much warmer like this here. These are super nice, not terribly bulky, you know, just nice glove. Definitely keeps you warm, especially in those snowy temperatures. And you can never forget a beanie. I love that they give you beanies at NXR. It was always funny because I'm from Arizona, and so we'd always get the beanies, but our race would be in like the 70s or 80s on race day, and then we'd watch the race videos of like the Northwest or the New York regions, and they would need these beanies because it would be snowing during their race. Oh, just remembered, socks. I was telling you about the socks I was wearing. Go ahead and look at the description for whichever socks I'm using. I don't know the exact name of them, just a good warm sock. I know merino wool is super good. It's waterproof, or at least water repellent, keeps you warm, and just a great winter running sock. So socks are gonna be a huge priority, especially if you don't have a super warm shoe. Like if you got lots of air holes, because shoes, you want them to ventilate, but in the winter, it's not the best thing. And so your socks are gonna be that game changer for keeping your feet warm, because as soon as your feet get wet, as soon as your feet get cold, that's when a run becomes very, very miserable. And while we're at it, okay, I've got one more tip, is when I'm running, I've slipped a lot. Like, a lot. Okay, so avoid the slush. And if you can't run with shoes with good traction, some good trainers, maybe some trail running shoes, but especially on pavement or road, avoid the slush and the slick ice. You're not gonna see it, and all of a sudden, whoop, you're on the ground. So be careful. I try to run on snow that hasn't been touched yet. So especially if there's like a thin layer on the sidewalk, run on snow that hasn't been touched yet, or that you can pack down, because snow that's already been packed down, that's gonna be slick and you could slip and fall. So that's what I do. I'm not a pro at this. I've only been doing this for a couple of weeks, but these are my tips for running in the snow as an Arizona distance runner who is not used to this. And for my final tip of the video, do not worry about pace, okay? Your body's working a lot harder, keeping you warm. Your calves, you work your calves so much more running in snow because you're stepping, you're slipping back, you're stepping, you're slipping back. Your calves are really working. You're lifting the knees, seriously, okay? Do not worry about pace. You're gonna be 10 to 20 seconds slower than what you feel like the effort that you're doing when you're running in snow or in cold weather. You're breathing harder, okay? So just relax, keep going, and at all costs, if you really need to, go ahead and run on a treadmill. I'm not telling you to go outside and run in a blizzard, but just have fun with it, okay? So wish me luck on my race tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well, and if that vlog is already out, go ahead and take a look at it. I'm Nathan Richardson. Run safe and have fun.